Hi, I'm Stacy, the owner of Shimmerz Paints. I have something really exciting to share with you today. It's a whole new concept using Shimmerz. Different way. Using Shimmerz on your scrapbooks is great, but this is completely different. We are using Shimmerz to make jewelry. Yep, jewelry. You can use it on already store-bought beads if you want to, but today what I'm going to show you how to do is to make your own beads. They're unique only to you. So let's get started. I want to show you because I'm really excited. What I've been using are a couple of different things. There's two products that I really like. There's this product called Delight. It is an air dry modeling compound. It's from the makers of paper clay. Then there's this product called, and I'm probably going to say it wrong, it's either Mackins or Makins. It is similar to like the Primo Sculpey clay, but it's air dry, so you don't have to bake it, you don't have to fuss with it. The big thing about making jewelry for me, I've never ever done this before. It's super, super easy. If it's not easy, Stacy does not do it. So let's get started. I'm going to use the Delight air dry compound. It's really, really light. It's very pliable. It dries super, super quick. The fun thing that you can do with it is you can actually take your paint, your Shimmerz, this is Hottie Pink in Blings, and you can incorporate it into your clay, and then you can make little medallions or beads or whatever you want. So you don't have to necessarily paint it on, work it into your clay, make your beads, and you're done. And it's really sparkly and shimmery and fun. But what I'm going to do is there's ways you can make beads, there's tools you can use to make beads, like this little bead maker. I think it's from Beadalon, if I remember right. It's kind of cool and slick, where you just take a little chunk of clay, you put it in, I guess this is sort of like a little clay measuring cup type thing. Put it in there, make sure it fills the spot, roll it in your hand just a little bit, and then put it in one of the 3 slots. We'll put it over here. Put the top on, run it back and forth, it just slides, and you just keep going back and forth, and pretty soon you have this little round bead. And then you can take a skewer, toothpick, a bead reamer, whatever it is you want, and poke the hole in it, and you have this perfectly little round bead. It'll do oval beads, and then it'll do like these funky little pyramid type beads too. So that's something you can use. I don't get too carried away with all of that. I just like to take a piece of the clay, put it in my hands, and just roll it, because, you know, the more different they are, the little misshapen, odd shapes, it makes it really fun. It adds a little character to the bead. So that's just how I do it. The difference between the Delight is it dries really fast, but it's not going to dry super, super hard. I mean, it's not going to be like a marble that you drop on the floor. It has a little bit of give to it, but it's sturdy enough to turn it into a bead. The Mackins or Makins, whatever they call it, it dries really, really hard. So it's like a marble. I mean, it's just really hard. So if you're going to be making, let's say a bracelet, and you're going to bang it around, I would maybe go with this product. It's really inexpensive, super easy to use. Some other things you can do with your clay is you can use stamps on it, and you can use any of the Shimmerz products. You can use Vibez, roll it between your hands, work up all that shimmer, and just spray it. You know, use other colors. Let's use our little bit of Rusty Bottom, and just mix your colors, and you can see that it's going to just blend together. It's going to be gorgeous when it dries. You can layer it, you can paint it. This is kind of a little silly and maybe a little hokey, but it works for me. I just use a piece of styrofoam. This is crazy. It was like styrofoam packing that came in a box, and I use plain stick pins. And what I'll do is I'll take my pin and I will poke a hole into the bead, and then you can take your paint. We're going to use the new Blue by Pearlz color, and you can take your paintbrush and you can paint it on and you can create different designs, different colors, different textures. Any of the Shimmerz products will work for this. Another really quick, easy way is to take your bead, stick the pin in it, and just dunk it in the jar. Let it drip a little bit. And then I poked holes in my styrofoam, and I just set those pins down in there, and my beads dry. It's silly, but it works. So that's what I do. You can use like this is a Cuttlebug embossing folder. You can use that on your bead and press it down in there and make like a little medallion with a pattern in it. Then you can paint the patterns. I mean, it's just the options and the possibilities are absolutely endless. So I'm going to show you real quickly some of the things that I've done, some of the ways I've used Shimmerz on beads and how I've created different things. And then in my next video, I'm going to show you some detailed instruction on how I painted some of the beads that I have. So here are some of the beads that I've done. And you can see I've done like cheetah print, I've done zebra, I've done giraffe, I've done some really funky things like with crackle, I've made some little pendants that I've got to finish. This is just petaloo flowers. I glued 3 or 4 of them together, I painted them, I made the little beads for the center, and then I used glossy accents on them. When I finish my beads and I'm all done painting them, I've got them the way I want, I will use just a clear acrylic sealer. That way, you've sealed them. You've got to remember Shimmerz is water-based, so you don't want it to wash off. If I want something really glossy, like on this flower, I will use glossy accents. So just really easy stuff. I swear to you, this is super easy to do. Making the little wire whirly-do, whatever they call those things, is easy too. I promise you, if it's not easy, I don't do it. I don't have time. So I hope this has inspired you to use Shimmerz in a completely different way. I'm going to post some close-up pictures so that you can really get an idea of what I've done. And then in my next video, I'm going to show you some actual painting techniques. I hope this has inspired you. Have a great day.